Hi, you guys. So I've had some more questions recently about male versus female flowers on squash. So let's talk about that. If you have a heritage, heirloom, or open pollinated squash, and I'm talking about all squash, pumpkins, zucchini, winter squash, spaghetti squash, all kinds of squash. If you have heritage, heirloom, or open pollinated, your male flowers are going to show up a week to 2 weeks before the female flowers. If you have a hybrid, they'll show up around the same time. Usually the males will come first, followed quickly by females. So you'll probably have males followed by females. And with the heirlooms and open pollinated, the reason the male flowers come so quickly is because they want to see if there are pollinators around. If there are pollinators around that are getting into the flower to pollinate, then they'll put the energy into a female flower. And if there aren't, then they won't, right? It's all about saving energy for the plant. So it'll send out a male flower every few days. And if there are no pollinators, it may just quit after a while. So if you don't have very many pollinators around, get in there with a Q-tip. So this is a male, and this is a male. And how do I know that? I know that because this is a female. You see the tiny little, this is zucchini. See the tiny little zucchini? Do you see this one that's even smaller? This one right here? That is also a female flower. The flowers are tiny, but they will start with a tiny little zucchini, which will get bigger once it's pollinated. So when this flower opens, and it needs to be about this old. This is a male though, about this old, and then if it's pollinated, it will continue to grow like this and get bigger and bigger and bigger. If it isn't pollinated, it will just fall off. So you can see these male flowers are dying, and the reason they're dying is because they were probably used to pollinate a zucchini like that. I've already clipped one from this plant, so I've already harvested that. But here's here's another female that's larger. It has not been pollinated yet though, because the flower's not open. I know that. So we're waiting for the flower to open like this one has. Let's go look at another plant. All right, so we're looking at this one next door. I've had some damage here by slugs. It's been the year of the slug for me. All right, male, female. See the difference? Male, female, bigger female, almost ready for pollination. And then I have these very small plants here. I've had so much damage that they're just sending up male flowers at this point to see if they'll pollinate. And then let's take a look at this one. I've had some damage here, but apparently I had enough for a female to form. And here's a male flower, and I must have had male flowers on these. This is a female. See that tiny little zucchini there? So that's how you know the difference between male and female flowers. If you see a tiny little fruit, and zucchini is a fruit, the seeds are inside, so it's a fruit. All squash are fruit. You can see the difference between the male and the female. You'll see a tiny little baby fruit. And if that is there, then it's a female. And people will tell you that some plants are all male and some plants are all female. That's total bullshit. That's not true. Plants are both male and female. Again, if you have heirloom, heritage, or open pollinated, those male flowers are going to show up 10 days or 7 days to 2 weeks ahead of the females. And that's where this rumor got started. At least that's where I think it did, because it just shows male flowers. And if they don't get pollinated, the females just never show up. So let me know if you have any questions. I will try to look at some other plants to show you the difference between the male and the female flowers. Again, this is for all squash and cucumbers. I should throw cucumbers in there as well. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll talk to you later.